Welcome students. In the engineering geology, we are seeing about the natural disasters, and we already saw about the earthquake, and we saw the terminology, what is the causes of earthquake, what is the effect of earthquake, what is this intensity, magnitude, and we also saw the precautions of the building construction in the seismic areas. And now we are seeing about the landslides. Last class we saw about the landslide, what are the types of landslide, and now we will see about the causes of the landslide. So what is a landslide? Landslide is nothing but the a mass movement of the rock or the soil or the surface of the soil coming down due to gravity. We call it as the this landslide. So it is given different definition. So the definition, generally it is a downward or outward movement of the soil, rock or vegetation under the influence of gravity. But when a geological person is telling, it is the includes a wide, that is a geological phenomenon. It is a geological phenomenon where a range of ground movements such as rock falls, deep failures of slow or shallow debris flow occurs. But when we go in for the geotechnical engineer, that is the person who is studying about the foundation or the structures below, he will tell that when the shear stress exceeds the shear strength of the material, then the landslide occurs. Okay, so the landslide is nothing but a mass movement of the rock or the soil mass that is moving under the gravity. So the occurrence of the landslide is the consequence of a complex field of forces which is active on a mass of the soil. So this is active on the mass of the rock or soil on the slope. Basically the two main thing is that the increase in the shear strength and the decrease in the material. That is, shear stress is more than the shear strength. That is the first causes. Okay. So when the shear stress or the force, stress is nothing but force by area. So when the force is very heavier, then the strength, if it is exceeding the strength of the actual material, that is actual soil material, then this occurs. Okay. So landslide occurs when the stability of the stone changes from a stable to a unstable condition. So the unstable condition, when it is a loose, when it is a wet, the soil mass get detached from the actual rocks, everything that is there. Okay. So change in the stability of the slope can be caused by a number of factors acting together. One may be a geological causes or morphological causes, physical causes and the human causes and other causes. Other causes, natural causes, man-made causes, all the things that we will see. Generally we will see about this geological causes. So the geological causes, it is the weathered materials, maybe due to the heavy rain. Always the heavy rainfall that leads to the landslide in the hilly areas. You can see now. Even today, because of the what we can tell is that this flood, due to this flood, there is not some landslide in the Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Okay. So sheared materials. When the sheared materials are there, okay, when this is hilly areas, when this is sheared now, then this mass will move like this. So that is the sheared materials, jointed or fissured materials. Mostly if the sedimentary rocks are found one above the another, there will be a joint, there may be some problem with the joint between the two layers. That is also maybe one of the reason. Then adversely oriented discontinuous between the rocks. Rock may be formed of one layer, the other rocks may be sedimented again. So there will be a discontinuity of the formation of the rock layers, that is also. And permeability contrast. Permeability means somewhere the permeability or the porosity will be more internally the soil, that will also occur to this cause of the landslide. Material contrast, material, there may be some soil changes. So soil layer may change, so that also will occur. Rainfall and snowfall, as we have already said, snowfall and rainfall. Snowfall leads even to the glaciers, that is the landslide of that, and earthquake and working of the machinery. The machinery, heavy machinery triggering, that will also be leading to the landslide. So what is morphological character? It is slope angle, right? So if there is a slope area is like this. So if it is steep, now this angle is, if it is like this as a slope, then the possibility of landslide will be less. Because if this is there, this will have a landslide. Okay, there is a steep layer, then the landslide will happen. Uplift. There is a uplift means due to the pressure underneath, if the rock is tendency to move up, it will disturb the whole layer, which will occur a landslide. Fluvial erosion. Erosion at the bottom. Right? If there is if there is a hilly layer, if there is a erosion here, so this will make it as a weak layer by which soil mass come down. Rebound also, it is the backing force. This is uplift and rebound. Wave erosion. This occurs mostly in the rocks that is available near the oceans and sea. Glacial erosion, it is where the glaciers are present, right? So along with the glaciers, if there is erosion is there, we have already seen about the glacial erosion. This occurs, landslide occurs, subterranean erosion, slope loading, vegetation change and erosions, right? Mostly this, mainly this morphological causes is a main cause because of the erosion. Erosion may take place by number of factors. We have seen about the 5 natural agents in the first unit. What are the 5 natural agents? Glaciers, water, that is stream water or running water, groundwater, wind, right? We have seen about this. Then we will see about the physical causes. So what are the physical causes? The rainfall. So wherever we can see the landslide causes, rainfall plays a very important role. What is the main thing is that the rainfall makes the soil or that sand layer, that is the rock layer, very wet. So when the wet layer becomes heavy and heavy due to the absorption of moisture, it becomes more heavier and it tends to go for a slide or for a fall. And the next one, it is a rapid snow belt. So what is the snow belt means? If there is a glacier that is formed here, if this is the snow belt and one part at a time this will fall, so this will make it as a layer like this, so that the other things will also be subjected to a landslide. Prolonged precipitation. One after another it is going on, the layer is getting precipitated. One time the mass will be heavy and it will slide due to gravity. Then the rapid drawdown. That's what, due to the heavier load, there will be a rapid drawdown will be there. And next one, earthquake. Earthquake triggers the earth landslide or the tsunamis. Volcanic eruption. Thawing and freezing and thawing. Freezing, I told you, that is, it is ice, formation of ice. That is the temperature below the 0 degrees, and thawing is temperature above 20 degrees. When this alternately occurs, what happens? The water in between the rock particles will freeze to enlarge the space, and when it is thawing, it will reduce the space. So when freezing and thawing is happening, then this rock layer will automatically be weak and it will fall down. So as I have yesterday told you that heating of ice and making into water, that is the freezing and thawing. And the groundwater changes. This is another major problem where the water level also changes, and the soil water pressure, surface runoff, seismic activity and erosion. The human causes is the excavation. Mostly what happens means the hilly areas will be like this. Okay, slope. What happens? A person will go to have a roadways, highways here. So what happens? This he make this area as a steep area to have this roadways. So this will make it as a weak. That is the excavating. Loading overloaded by the heavy machineries or the houses. Even the houses, loading of houses. Right? The hilly areas, the house building is very restricted. Beyond that, if you are going for a house loading with the building, it will be causing a heavy load on the surface. In the hilly areas, the maximum as per the codal provisions, we cannot go for more than 3 stories. But you can see the results. So many results will have 5 floors, 5 stories, 6 stories like that, which is constructed beyond the codal provisions, which may make this, this rocky layer very weak, and there may be a landslide. Drawdown is that is water that is taken from the aquifers below or from the groundwater below, that makes the soil layer at the bottom very weak. So by which the landslide. Land use, that is the construction of road and houses. Already I have told you. Water management, mining and quarrying. quarrying and mining, the heavy blast will be there, so it will be leads to the occurrence of the landslide. Next one, it is the vibration due to this bomb blast or vibration due to the machineries. Everything will happen, and also the water leakage, deforestation. Deforestation, all problems, main problem, it is another problem is the deforestation. Deforestation leads to the erosion, more erosion that leads to the, when there is a rainfall, easy landslide will occur. So deforestation has to be stopped. Every environmentalist is mainly focusing on that. And land use pattern and pollution. So next we will see about the other factors, natural factors. The gravity works more effectively on the steeper layers. So when there is a steeper layer, the gravity force above it will be more, so it will fall down very fast. The movement also will be very fast when it is going for gravity. Then geological layer, that the geology setting that places permeable sands and gravels are there. So when there is a permeable sands and gravels are there, what happens? It will automatically have some pores in it, and it will tend to move here and there. So when it is moving here and there, then the whole soil mass will become weak. It will move, and then it will lead to the landslide. The third one, above permeable layers of silt, clay and bedrocks. That is, it will have this is an impermeable layer. If it is a permeable layer of sand and that, so this will move and move and move, so that it will, this layer become weak and it will undergo a landslide. Heavy and prolonged rainfall, this is mostly the main cause of the major landslides and the earthquakes. So you can see here, I told you now the stable slope and the unstable slope. So you can see here, in the stable slope, it will be, the permeability will be very less. If there is a permeable layer, there is so much of pores in there, the movement of the pores will be much more, and this layer will be coming down. Here the stable slope, it is made up of very stiff material, the landslide will be very less. Similarly, the ocean or the river, the deep cut, because of this there will be an erosion. So what happens, this layer becomes weak and it will fall directly. You can slide or slump or this one, it will be taking place. So the next one, it is a wave action. Actually, I told you the wave action will be there. It will be, due to this wave action, there will be erosion. You can see. So it will be eroding the beach or the toe of the bluff, cutting the slope and setting the stage for the future slide. You can see, due to the wave action, so erosion takes place. Due to this, it will cut and cut and cut, and one part of time, the whole this mass will be falling under gravity. Okay, you can see the whole mass slide or falls under gravity. And volcanoes and earthquakes are the major things which causes the landslide, sometimes called as Laga's deposit. The volcano deposit, when it causes a landslide, we call it as the Laga's deposit, are prone to erosion and subjected to mud flow due to the intense rainfall. Fluctuation of water level due to the tidal action, deposition of the loose sediments in the delta area. So here you can see, okay. So the water table is here. When the water table is here till this, it is okay. But when the water table reduces, what happens? This is the actual water table, okay, as per that. But the hydraulic pressure and instability will happen when the water table reduces. So what happens? This layer will become weak because it is having so much of pores and other things. It will become weak, and the entire mass will be sliding down. That is causing a landslide. I told you already. And the inappropriate, then anthropogenic factors, it is the maximum made by the human, inappropriate drainage system. So proper runoff or proper drainage system is not available, then it causes the major earthquake. As we saw that water level. So water level, if the water level is not proper, then the landslide may occur. Okay. So erosion, part of this water absorbed by soil increasing its weight, which can put additional load on the slope. The next one, it is the cutting and deep excavation of slopes for buildings, roads, canals. I told you now, in the hilly regions, when we go in for a deep cut, then the whole mass of the soil will loosen and it will fall. Either it goes for a rock fall or the rock slide. You can see here, this is for the road formation. You have a deep cut, right? Over deep and steep and road cut for highways, which will make the whole mass of the soil to come down. The other way they will tell that even the steeper the soil, the hill will make itself a slope like this. It will make itself. The nature itself will safeguard its nature, right? That is what they will tell, right? Change in the slope and land use pattern. So the deforestation, that is removing the trees and other things by which the erosion may be more, that also will be there, right? Okay. So for example, an earthquake may trigger a landslide which in turn may dam a valley causing upstream flooding and subsequent dam burst. This will lead to flooding in the lower catchment area. Similarly, the flooding, everything will be an indirect method by which the landslide occurs because of the earthquake. The other factors is that influence of the slope, we have already saw about that, and groundwater or associated water also we saw the water table. And lithology. Lithology is nothing but the top surface of the rock layer which is very soft, and it is due to the movement of the hot magma under the bottom and the soft layer movement, rotational movement, right? This, the lithosphere will be there, magma will be there. This magma is hot, this is soft, or we can call it as cold. So what happens? This convection current, it will move like this, okay? It will move like this. Movement. What happens at one part? This whole rock layer will subduction that will cause to the release of energy and earthquake. The same thing what happens is the whole mass of rock may fall down. That is the lithology. Okay, landslide, because these minerals are prone to weathering. Then human influence, that is undercutting and other things. You can see here the heavy landslide that occurs mainly due to the cutting of the roads and railways, right? And the occurrence of the landslide. Since now we saw what are the major causes of landslide, mainly we can say it as a human natural factors and the human factors, geological factors. But we can see all these things we have saw now. Now we will see about the occurrence of the landslide. So mostly the landslide will occur in the hilly or the mountain areas because of its land mass. That is it mostly as I told you in the definition, the movement of the rocks or the bigger rock mass due to the gravity, we call it as a landslide. So this occurs mostly in the hilly or the mountain landscape. Also common allows coastline or the river valleys. Landslide occur in most frequent region where climate and precipitation, bedrock and soil condition. This is very important. Okay. So when there is a major rainfall throughout the year is there will be a major landslide we can expect all over. So here you can see, so this is the major area where the landslide are occurring. So mostly the landslide occurs along the Himalayas. I told you the hilly regions, where Assam is having a every year there will be a landslide. Last month also, in month of August, not last month, in month of August there was a heavy releasing of rainfall which leads to so much of landslide, carrying so many people's life, and also there was flooding, so many people lost their livelihood, that is the housing, everything they lost in Assam, that is August 2020, right? So the green color shows that it is a heavily infected landslide, that is landslide occurs more, and it is a light, this green tells that it is moderately, this light tells you that it is in the Nilgiris, Kerala, all comes under this comes under the moderately affected, and this small green comes under the marginally affected, and these places there won't be any landslides at all. So what are the effect and losses due to the landslide? So the direct effect what happens, due to the debris, that is debris means along with the rocks, if there is any houses, trees, everything, it will wash away. So apart from the rock layer or the soil layer, the sandy layer, other materials it is carried by the landslide, we call it as the debris, right? So debris are nothing but the trash, we can see it as a trash, okay? So the debris may block roads, supply lines, telecommunication, electricity, water, etc. Waterways, casualties may be more because of this movement of the rock and also the debris. What are the indirect effect means? It will influence the dam safety of the dam may be mostly influenced because large amount of water, large amount of soil, everything will be deposited in the upstream side and the downstream side, which may cause an indirect effect on the dam or safety of the dam. The failure of the slope bordering the reservoir. So the slope will be removed. The slope, right? The slope can be revised like this or revised like this. So the slope may be, the line of the slope will be different. Flooding caused by movement large masses of soil into the river. Landslide and flooding. Debris flow causing flooding by blocking valleys and stream channels. So these are the indirect cause. The next direct is the loss of life, property, that is infrastructures, our jobs, everything may be lost. Resources, farmland, places of cultural importance, everything lost. What is the indirect losses in the productivity of agriculture and forest land, reduced property value, loss of revenue, increased cost, adverse effect on water quality and losses of human things. So we will see about some of the landslide that occurs in India, right? So in 1867 and 1880, Nainital in Uttarakhand there was a heavy landslide, having two major landslides in the Nainital. This is two major landslides. The 1180 landslide took place in the account of rainfall and earthquake tremor. A large portion and range of the building was swept away, that is carried away in minutes. Slides that portion of the Naini lake, right? So the major of the things was swept away, buildings, lives, so many of them lost their lives. This was triggered by a earthquake, right? So it is in 1867 and 1880. In 1913 to 1993, there was in Jammu and Kashmir, there were several earthquakes, right? So there was notorious, that is very dangerous earthquake was there in the landslide. Most of the beauty of Srinagar was passed away, they will tell, by the 1993 earthquake. Before that, Srinagar was a very beautiful place, even now, and causes disruption and blockage of road at several places, requiring urgent action. Vehicle and equipments were buried and huge number of people were lost their livelihood. The third one, it is also happened in the Jammu and Kashmir. Almost every year landslide occurs. Because it is a hilly area, landslide occurs in this Kuni Nalla site, destroying the vital bridges, disrupting the traffic and the communication system. Okay. In 1957, July 1966 and 1972, this is in the Sikkim, right? So in that area there was a very, that is in Assam, that is Nagaland, Sikkim, everywhere. The landslide is also, the earthquake triggers the landslide mostly, because both the things happens. The tremor also happens, the landslide is also happen. So the triggering factors of this site, I told you now, because of the triggering factors, and rainfall about 300 mm, that is 3000 mm is common in the slide area. The slope uphill is a complex landform. Because of even the formation of the rock is very complex, it is very difficult to study the causes of the landslide. So 1968 there was a thing in Himachal Pradesh, also September and also in July it is in Himalaya, that is Kailasha slide. There was a continuous Kailasa, it is damage to road, and 1970 it is in Uttaranchal. So you can see all the things, what I want to tell. December it is Himachal Pradesh, 82 it is Jammu and Kashmir, and Haridwar Badranath road. It's actually in Haridwar Badranath road there was major landslides, you can see. 1920, 1952, 1963, 1969, 70, 71, 72, and like that every year, every 1 or 2 years once there will be a regular landslide that will be occurring in the Haridwar Badrinath road. So almost throughout the year that is a famous pilgrimage site, but throughout the year the persons are not allowed to pass through. Only a certain month where there is no landslide, that place at that time only they will be allowed to pass through. And Himachal Pradesh and Nilgiris it is in the South India, in the Tamil Nadu, it is a major, it may be affected almost every 2 years, 3 years, one slide will be there. 36 people killed and several buildings and communication network damaged, and Assam. can see again in 92 Nilgiris, 93 Aizawl. This is in Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Nagaland, West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam. Like this I can go on telling this. So okay, these are the different earthquake that was occurred in India. So actually you can see that you can just remember that that is a map that I have shown you already now. What is that map? It shows that the major earthquake occurs here. Arunachal Pradesh, right? Okay, Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, that is Sikkim. Here it is Sikkim is there, Arunachal Pradesh is here, Himachal Pradesh is here, and West Bengal. All these places we get highly affected due to landslide. Where this Maharashtra, even Maharashtra last month they have a very severe flood, right? Due to that so much of landslide has happened in the September month. In Kerala it was there almost every rain it will causes and the Tamil Nadu area. Okay, so these are the major landslide in India as we have already seen. And the indicators of the landslide phenomenon we will see, right? So actually what is the risk of the landslide? Maybe because of the steep slope. As I told you now, the slope that is caused mainly because of the cutting of the roads, that is the rocks for the roads and other things, we can go for a landslide. So when the slope 30 degrees, okay, if it is more than 30 degrees, then the landslide will occur. Then all the landslide sites. So all the landslide already, if the soil is happened fall down, again due to the sedimentation, the soil will be again and again it is deposited. But what happens, the bond between the old and new site will not be very familiar, right? It is not very good. So that new formation will again undergo a landslide again and again. So that we can see that if a landslide happens in once in a year, the landslide will occurs often in that same place almost. And the new cracks are unusual bulges in the ground or street pavements. That we will see in the next class. The next one, it is the landslide risk indicators. Tilting or cracking of concrete floors and foundation. If there is any sudden, there is a cracks that is we can see in the house or something, then we can say that there will be either a tremor or there may be some slides. There is some activities that is happening under the soil. Okay. So soil moving away from foundation. This is a major cause. We can even see by ice, broken water lines, other underground utilities, leaning telephone things, are also the trees. The trees which are like this, the trees will move like this or it will move like this. So if that is the case, we can say that there is a landslide. Yesterday itself we saw, right, that there may be a landslide that may occur. Sudden decrease in groundwater levels. The groundwater level will go up and go down. Both the things, either maybe a tremor will be there or there may be a landslide. We can say that there is a natural disaster that is happening. Okay. So with this I think I will stop and we will see about the mitigation strategies in the next class. So what we saw is that today is that what are the major causes of the landslide. Okay, what are the major causes? What is the man-made cause and what is the natural hazards that was happening that we saw. And we saw also what are the major landslides in India, and we saw about the, we also saw that in so many, that is every year, almost every year there was a heavy, that is a major landslide was occurring. The major landslide is mostly because of the rainfall or because of the tremor, earthquake and other things. And the landslide mostly occurs in the hilly areas, right? Or where the soil is also very loose, there the landslide will occur. And we saw about the indicators. What are the indicators? Are that is, we know that there is going to be a natural disaster. Okay, by this I will conclude, and the next class we will see about the mitigation measures. Thank you.